want to dance when that thing is on. You know, I wish it could be more upbeat. So
ABBA.
welcome,
You should
everybody.
play ABBA.
ABBA, that's right. Dancing Queen, right? Yeah, absolutely. So welcome, everybody. And Linda is here, and she's also giving us the bird because Wanda's with her. And so
Here's the bird.
There's the bird. Yep, there's the bird. So yes, welcome to the show. We really love working together. So we decided that we would have another show, and here we are. Yeah. So thank you for being here, Linda. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome. So a couple of things about the Akashic records that I just want to bring up before I say hi to some folks. I'll let more people come in. Is that Linda has the reason I put down be specific in your questions. It's mostly for the Akashic records. If you want to have, for instance, a lifetime that is affecting you now for this reason or that reason, if you can't think of one, you never had one, then her Akashic records masters will give you messages that you need to know about this lifetime. Is that correct, Linda?
Yes. I when people say I'd like an Akashic records reading, I feel it's my privilege as the reader to interpret that to mean, sure. Is there anything the masters want me to know or want me to show me? And so that's how I'll interpret that question. I'm just telling y'all ahead of time that this is how I do it, because I understand if you don't know the records and you haven't had the experience before, and so you're not sure what you can ask. Are they like guides? Is it like talking to my angels? Yes and no. But this is my choice. So if you want something different, then ask a specific question, as Aley suggested, about a life that's impacting your life now. Maybe you have some specific issues that you're feeling, like a throat problem, or like you're hearing, you have something. What's it called when there's a ringing in your ears? There's a word for tinnitus. That's tinnitus. It. Thank you. And so I can find some information for you on that if it's there. But sometimes it's this lifetime. Sometimes it's not connected, and I'll tell you that. So away we go.
Okay, sounds wonderful. Sounds great. And I'm not doing the Akash. I'm just doing any readings that I can give what the energies or the guides want you to say here today. And we're just going to have a little bit of fun. So we do want you to know that Linda and I opened the Akashic records before we came on today, knowing that there would be the people here that needed the records, needed their records open in order for her to go in. And after we're done, she will close the records. So you don't have to worry, because I'll remind her if she forgets. So we're all set. Don't worry about it. All right. So let's see. We've got some folks here. So let's say hello. First, I want to welcome Amanda Carrion as a new member of my channel. Thank you, dear. Jen Bowles is here. Tropical Empress, Linda Kennedy, CJ, Diane G, Joyful Journey. Lalima's here. Carl Hess, Hees is here. Dr. Ann, I hope you're doing well today, my dear. Gerald's here. Hi, Gerald.
Hi, Gerald.
Claire Griffith is here, and Nebra's here, a light worker, and we have Jackie Jacaranda. Welcome, honey. And Polly.
Whoops. Wanda was singing too.
Yeah, I know. I think I got everybody. Claire Griffiths, I think I got you too. All right. I understand, Dr. Ann. Yes, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here with us today. Thanks for popping in and out to both channels. And if you don't already subscribe to Linda's channel, you can find it under Linda DeGonzalez. I don't put the channel links in because, there's a problem with them. So I don't like to put them in, but you should be able to find it if you look in in the directory, aka
It's my
Wanda's
name.
mom.
Yeah, it's that's you know what? That's a great name for a channel. I should have thought of that. Yeah, it's my name. It was
Yep.
I didn't have I couldn't find anything creative. So yeah.
It's okay. Well, you did start as a person in the chat, and that's what you had already, and you just converted
yeah,
it
exactly.
into
Exactly.
more.
And the connection.
Yeah. And
the connection was important to me too.
oh, yes, definitely. People knew who you were with the name. So, yeah, I just want to remind people that today I was made aware earlier that I was sitting too long craving something like this in my life. And the chat was fine for a while. And then I had to move forward and do something different, which was to open a channel. And I didn't realize that my spiritual self needed so much more nurturing. So I'm wondering, did you feel that way too, Linda, at some point?
I dragged myself kicking and screaming into a channel. I didn't want to because I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to have a bunch of people looking at me and going, or whatever. I didn't want that. And I didn't want to, it seemed like a lot of work and I don't want to do work. Okay. Like, let's just get that out there. And I was very happy knitting and reading and watching YouTube, WooTube, and
WooTube,
and being and being a smartass in the comments, and Oops, sorry, that was my kneecap. Ouch. And
be careful.
and so yeah, no, I didn't want this as such, but I had to do it. I look at it.
Yeah.
And how can I explain it? I was terrified. Those first, if you want to see cringe, just go watch those first few shows with Val and Viviani and Diana when we first started in December. And yeah, the book club was tons of fun.
It was. Right. We got to know a lot of people there. Yeah, we did. It was helpful.
And I was given the information that this was something that was necessary for me, and I thought, why me? Like, honestly, but like find somebody else who's like got the energy and the charisma and the pizzazz and stuff. Because like I'm happy sitting here with my parrots and my knitting, and I don't want to have to do this. And so anyway, I resisted as long as I could, but eventually I was assimilated, and so here I am. It's not as awful. I'm enjoying it now. I'll be honest. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, now. I know you are. No,
yeah. So it's okay now. I'm fine now. But
you got through that. You got through that process you had to go through.
Those first, like up until about March, that was torment. Like I was almost throwing up before I go on.
Well, I remember you were either in one of my chats or a chat that I was watching, and you said something like, "Oh my God, I have to go live at 2:00 unless I decide not to go live, unless and you wanted to throw up." Yeah.
It was really nerve-wracking. And I have training in drama. Okay, I can do public speaking like nobody's business. Put me in front of put me in front of an audience. I'm fine. I can sing. I can't dance. But I can speak. That's fine. But YouTube was somehow much more intimidating to me than speaking to the what's it called, the Business Owners Association or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Anne says she thinks it's about the second or third wave that Canon discusses, and I think that's right. It's like
I don't know.
There's so many people that I've heard on YouTube. Well, there's different waves of volunteers that come to the planet, There's the first wave,
Oh,
the second
okay.
wave, the third wave. And so it is too convoluted for me to explain it all now. But what it's basically
I'll have to
saying is
listen.
that in order to do this, you were part of that wave. This is what you contracted to do. And even though you're like, I don't
Apparently.
want to do it, you've got to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
And apparently, I mean, they're very happy with what I'm doing. And apparently, there is something, I don't like to say the word special, because I'm very ordinary. Okay.
Sure.
Honestly.
Oh, I know. Yep.
But apparently there is something specific, some specific message, some specific light that I am.
That's right.
Shining.
Yep.
And
that you're bringing in.
That I'm bringing, and that will impact people. Pardon me.
Sure do.
See, it's hard for me to get the words out.
Get some water. It's okay.
No.
Yeah, it's all right.
I have water.
You do? Okay.
It's hard for me to get the words out because because I want to stay grounded and realistic, and not get an inflated sense of my own importance.
Oh no, well, absolutely, and I think we all work for that. We don't want that to happen, because that doesn't do us any good. And it is a soul contract. I do agree. And
it is.
Yeah. Yep. Staying humble, though, it's interesting, because in my soul reading, Deborah told me that I'm the person that is the keeper of neutrality. And I've always seen myself as that. It's like balancing myself between these two positions. And I love it's who I am. And yeah, it's just awesome that, it kind of goes right along with what I do. So So Tropical Empress, yes, she does have her own channel, Tropical Empress and Spirit, and she just did her first live. So congratulations. And we just love you.
Good for you. I know how terrifying that is. Good for you. It gets easier. I'm here to tell you, it gets easier.
Yes.
And Dr. Ann said humility and service are key. I'm sorry. I'm not your co-host.
Oh, no, that's fine, Linda. No, you are my co-host, you silly girl. Yeah. This is a great question. I wonder if Spirit does performance reviews.
I love it. T-Lynn, God bless you, girl. Yes.
Yeah.
I have wondered that myself. Like, did I pass? Did I pass this test? Annie Bear.
Yeah,
hi,
absolutely. Hi, Annie Bear. That's just great. Thank you for that. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Mary Starshine, Diana. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We just adore you all and are happy you're here. And yes, Kelly says having a YouTube channel is a learning curve for everyone, but be yourself, you'll be fine. Yeah.
I can't be anybody else. Sorry. I tried.
That's my problem too. That's why sometimes the F word slips and things happen.
Sorry, guys. You might hear some bombs because when I'm in the space, I'm not fully filtered. Let's put it that way. And so, there's I just don't have I just don't have the filters. So, my apologies ahead of time.
You did your soul contract before coffee. That's awesome. Yeah, and mine is continuing through my coffee. Hi, Tea Garden Chicken. It's nice to see you. And Annie Bear and Moira, thanks for being here. And there's Liz and Awe. Liz and Awe is here. And I know we're all missing Terry Renner. I just have to say that. I haven't said that. And she's over in England right now. And there are people that watched her every morning. She's visiting her brother. She's been there probably for 2 weeks, and she's got another week or so to go. And so it's like, I miss that girl. So I just, she's a doll anyway. Yes, that's all right, Amanda. That would be awesome. Thank you. All right, so let's start doing some readings here. So Linda Kennedy decided that she wants to know a specific question. So that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, she's just said withdrawal. Does that mean you want to withdraw your question and replace it with another one, Linda Kennedy? Because that's okay with
No,
me.
I think she's had a withdrawal from Terry. That's what I think that's what she means.
Oh, of
I'll wait.
course.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
No,
Polly,
that's okay. You had to ask. Yeah. Yep.
Polly is indeed a parrot. Her name is Wanda, and she is a Goffin's cockatoo. She's 20 years old. Mm-hmm. And we've been together since she was 4 months old, except for a period of time, 3 years, when we were apart. And we missed each other so much. Anyway, yes, Terry withdrawal. Okay, let me just, if you're ready to read, you go right ahead.
Let me pull I got some Akashic Records cards. So I'm going to ask that question. It's very interesting. I got the obligation card, Linda, and it says, stop telling yourself you should do something when you cater to others or have unnecessary expectations. You stop your flow of abundance. And if you were a saloon owner, guess what you used to do? You'd cater to people, and you would make sure that they had all their drinks, or make sure that the people working there would be wanting them. It says, please honor yourself, because you put in a lot of hard work to get where you are today. And so instead of thinking how far you still have to go, remember how far you've come. And I love that. I love that. Thank you.
Am I okay to go now?
You're okay to go, Val. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not getting that you were the actual owner. I'm getting that you were managing a saloon for somebody who didn't want people to know, didn't want people to know that he owned the saloon, because he was like a big church going guy in this town. And, pillar of the... So you didn't want anybody to know he owned the saloon. So you were the front. You were the beard, as they say. You were female in the lifetime that I'm seeing. You were female, and that was unusual enough to be an owner of a business that wasn't, that was female. But you weren't the owner. You were the front, the beard, the manager, and you ran it. And he let you run it, and you made a lot of money for him, and you made, some good money for yourself. But like Aley said, it's a hard job to do. Because in the town, I'm seeing the town is like, they're not miners. They're like mostly ranchers and cattlemen and not so much farmers. I see mostly animals around these people. Not so much like, at least not at this stage. And I'm getting this is like in the after the Civil War. And I'm not getting it could be anywhere in the Midwest. I mean, they're showing me the land around it, but hell, it could be Iowa, it could be Illinois, who knows, Idaho, whatever. Yeah, so you ran the saloon, you had security, bouncers, because guys would come in and think they could bully you into doing what they wanted or giving them what they wanted. And so wow. So in all the ways that mattered to the community, you were the owner. But you weren't. You were the face. But nobody knew.
But nobody knew. That's right. Somebody said, like Miss Kitty in Dodge, it reminded me of that. But And of course, a woman wouldn't have been able to own
No,
anything at
no.
that time. So but it's
Yeah.
wonderful. Like, you're really a strong woman, and you carry that through because you had that
Yeah.
obligation. Wow.
She says the
Thank you.
1840s, but what I got was post Civil War,
Okay.
and so but I could be wrong. I mean, that's just what I
Mhm.
got, and so I may
Yep.
have got the details wrong. So, but that's what I see.
Yeah.
So there we are.
Sure. Close enough. Close enough. She says that's what she remembers. That's what she sees. So that's fabulous. Thank you, Linda Kennedy. Thank you, Miss
It's an
Linda
awesome question.
Gonzalez. I know. So Claire wonders if there's anything the masters want her to know. So that's fine.
You're another one of these people that needs more fun in your life, Claire. You need to experience more joy in your life. You need to create. Sorry, give me a second here. You need to create the opportunity to experience joy. So you need to go to places or create experiences that will bring you joy. Play music that you enjoy, read books that you enjoy, go for walks in places that you love, bring things around you that are meaningful and bring you joy. Art, museum. I mean, I don't know what you like. Okay, Claire, I don't know you from anything. So I'm just throwing suggestions out there. You'll have to figure out for yourself. You'll have to figure it out for yourself, because that's part of the task, right? That's part of knowing yourself. And ouch, Wanda, no. It's time for the bribery. Here. So joy. Yes, you need to bring more joy into your life. They're showing me your life is pretty gray right now, if I can say. There's not enough color in it. There's certainly not enough laughter. And there's, they just want you to be happy, be joyful. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That's what
sort
they
of
want.
getting the same thing, Linda. I'm getting the same thing. I pulled a couple of cards. The first one I got was that they say that your cycle, the cycle that you're currently going through, is completed, and they want you to move into more of the self cycle, more of the self-love and the self-enjoyment. And it says this is particularly important when the full moon comes, because I got the full moon card. So the full moon would be around the 19th, I believe, of the month, of the 20th. And so you're working towards that gain. Right now, you're doing what is right. You have great fairness, balance, and integrity. But you need to lighten up a bit, you like the Akashic Records master said, and just start enjoying what it is that's around you and surrounding you, and indulge in that. And they want you to also know, Claire, it's very interesting because your name is Claire, that you have the ability for clairvoyance. So through visions, you can see things involving other people and situations that will happen in the future or have in the past. You have that ability. It's just trust what you think you see, whether you see it in a dream, whether you see it in a flash. If you feel some way about somebody or feel like this isn't really a good place to be, trust that. You've got the ability to be able to do that. So, and have fun, girl. Have some fun. Linda and I will come over and we'll have a party.
We'll do a video call, a 3-way video call.
There you go. Oh, there you go. All right. So Carl has flashes of being beheaded or his leg amputated for whatever reason. Is this a cell memory of a past life or an ominous prediction? I also believe my death this time will be peaceful, unlike before.
This is generated by your own brain. This isn't related to past lives. This isn't any sort of memory, although, but it's not a carryover. This is entirely from within this lifetime, and it's the result of anxiety and stress. It's the result of anxiety and stress. It's not connected to I'm not even looking at they're just telling me it's not connected to anything other than your own self. So and they're not telling
his fears. Yeah,
fears. Fears. Yeah. The stress and anxiety created by your fears. So fundamentally, it's your fear that's creating this. Yeah, that's exactly right, Aley. Thank you.
And he says he's died violent deaths in the 20th century. Yes, he has. But this isn't the same thing.
This isn't connected to the violent deaths that you've had in the past, and it's not connected to anything but your fear. It's discrete. It's separate from all of that, and it doesn't negate or invalidate the violent deaths that you've experienced in your past, in your past lives. It's simply that in this particular specific instance, nothing to do with it. It's fear. It's the stress and anxiety caused by the fear that you feel. So
wow, I got the same thing. That's why it's so important. I got the Queen of Swords, who says you're being too pessimistic, and you have a clouded vision, and it says scattered. And I'm thinking, when we feel like no one's listening, they're chopping our heads off. If somebody speaks back to you and says, "Oh, don't do that," we say they're chopping our head off. The leg amputation, you're feeling like you can't move forward, Carl.
Yeah.
So these things are sort of metaphoric for how you're feeling right now, because you're so out of sorts as to what's going on in your life. The next thing it says is that you feel maybe some emptiness. I get the 9 of Cups. You feel like, and we know that you're empty material wise, money wise. You need to have that cup filled up for yourself. And it says, the last one I get is 9 of Coins, and it says you will reach your freedom and your fulfillment, but don't concentrate on the negative. Make sure that you concentrate on the positive. It's very important you do that, because the Queen of Swords says you are being way too critical of yourself, and this is causing you some fear. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you. I hope that helps. Deep-rooted fear. Yeah, deep-rooted fear. Absolutely. It's very possible.
Yeah. Absolutely deep-rooted fear. If you have the opportunity to have some maybe some hypnotherapy to get at the root of this, that might be helpful to you. And that's me saying this. This is not a message from the Akashic Masters. This is just me based on my observation and experience, and I'm being an old lady and all the rest of it. There you are.
Yeah. I know it can happen too, because it's happened to me. When I don't feel supported, my lower back is just it's all messed up. And it's a metaphor for not feeling supported by what I need. So so it could be that.
Yeah. And when I feel held, my knees hurt. So
yeah. All right. Very good. Okay. So we have Nivra, who is there anything the masters want to show me at this time? Yep.
You go if you're ready.
Okay. Okay, so you've got what I've got for you is the King of Swords, and it says mind over matter. And it says, be truthful with yourself, that you are very wise, and that, but it's important sometimes to detach from things that may be bothering you. It's very much similar in the regard with Carl. He has to detach from feeling his parts are being chopped up, but in your case, it's more emotional. It's more of an emotional drain. And that could be because I know you're trying to move. The Eight of Cups is telling you to release what doesn't serve you. It's time to move on and let go. Finally, when you do, an offer, new stable security and abundance will come to you. Beautiful.
I'm getting the warm fuzzies, Nivra. Just like cuddling a nice soft plushy toy, or a nice warm doggy, or a kitty. It's just a really nice, really. Just a lot of love and warmth and appreciation and support and love and all those things, all those nice things, you know.
Wow.
And
Beautiful.
I don't, they're not saying anything verbally. It's just this. So I'm just passing it on to you. Just imagine yourself surrounded by the warmest, fuzziest, cuddliest cat. Well, clearly it would have to be bigger than you, but you know what I mean. And just an incredible unconditional love and support and appreciation and validation and all the rest of that. That's all I'm getting. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I love that message. Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
Hi, Nellie.
Thank you, Nivra. What was my most enlightened or spiritual lifetime? Okay.
Hold on for a second.
Okay.
I'm being shown 3 or 4 lifetimes, and they're kind of saying, you know, take your pick. It depends on your values, all right, of what you would consider to be your most. I see a lifetime as a monk where you spent your life in prayer, and this would have been Europe somewhere. I don't want to get too much in the details. Please don't give me too much detail, you guys, okay? But there's another lifetime where that sort of coming forward where you led a small tribe of people. And this is like really, really long ago. These people are wearing skins, and it looks pretty cold. And I think they're moving south to where it's warmer. And your job, you're the leader, you're the chief of this group of people. And I honestly can't tell if they're Aboriginal or like if they're indigenous people or if they're like Europeans. I can't tell. It could be either. Your job is to lead them to better hunting grounds and a safer, warmer place to live. And you do that, and it takes 10 years or something to move the whole tribe from where they were and where they had been for generations to a new place that's better for them. And you did it. So that was, a pretty enlightened thing to do, pretty valuable thing to do for the
Yeah.
tribe, their survival.
Mhm.
And there's a few other lifetimes where you spent time like in what would more people would generally accept as being more spiritual. So like as a cleric or as a yeah. I see you as a shaman as well. You spend at least one lifetime as a shaman. So anyway, so there you are. You have had several enlightened spiritual lifetimes. And I would argue that every one of our lifetimes is spiritual. You know?
I agree with that. Yeah, I totally agree.
There is no lifetime that isn't spiritual.
That's very true. Yeah. So I've got that they want you to know that you're putting too much energy into something, creating lack somewhere else. They want you to take action to correct it. And what I get is I get this library, and I also get way out in the moon and stars. And they said they want you to make a reassess and make adjustments and define your purpose for this life, knowing that whatever it is that you decided will come to you and you will be aware of it. But you have to balance the spiritual and the material and actually anything else that comes in there in order to do so. They said that they are a fear that I got the Hermit upside down. It says you're paralyzed by some fear or worry about your spiritual path. And I think we all were in the very beginning. It's like, am I really hearing this? Is this really happening? Do I really have any gifts? Or it paralyzes us. It's like, I don't want to get involved because I might be wrong, you know? And so it's telling you to let that go. It's telling you to really let that go. You know, you are not alone in that other people feel that way too. Anyway.
Every reader I've ever spoken to faces that same thing. And that for me, that was probably the most difficult thing about accepting that I was a reader and that I wasn't just making shit up in my head, you know? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I some days I still have that and I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Because we aren't always 100%. There's no way we can all be 100% right all the time. And it's a given. It's a given. It's what the energies are going through that day. So thank you so much again, Diane. All right. So a tropical empress, what my Akashic master would like me to know right now. All right. Thank you.
Cheryl just said something important. She said our self-talk is not always nice. I have yet to meet anybody who has not been through extensive therapy. Let me rephrase that. Who has nice self-talk, you know? Right. It just and people
we're hardest on ourselves.
Yeah. And people who have audio hallucinations, they never say nice things. You'd think that if you're crazy, right? Somebody's your voices are going to say nice things to you, but they never do. They say awful, awful things.
No, they don't.
So,
Yeah. There you go.
Which is really a very sad thing. Okay, let me just focus here.
That's okay. Hi, Millie Smith. It's nice to see you. I have here that you need to consider your options, Amanda. You've narrowed your focus to a desired option. You've set up your channel. And you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible result. So it might be that your channel is wonderful, but maybe the opportunity is that you could go do personal readings or readings at like a metaphysical bookstore or at a place like that. And that's just my analysis of what that means. It doesn't mean it has to be that. It's just what is possible. But they said that you're very clairsentient and your senses can determine when something is about to occur or feel other people's emotions. So whether or not if you know it, and I'm sure you do know it, you have clairs. We all have the clairs. It's just how some of us develop one above another in order to use.
And I'm the image that I'm getting, I think fits right in with what Aley is saying, because I'm getting the image of, I guess I hope you're familiar, Tropical Empress. I hope you're familiar with tarot. The image that I'm getting is the Fool, first the Zero card, stepping out into the unknown, and so for you, it's time to do. This isn't me talking, okay? Like, this is what I'm hearing. They're showing me the card and they're saying it's time to do. It's time to be. It's time to set out, step forth, and go in faith and trust that the way will be made clear to you.
Mm-hmm.
You will not falter with the faith, with the trust that it will be so obvious to you that you will not be able to mistake it. But it is time to set forth.
Yeah. So you're on the right path. I mean, if you did your first live last night, they're saying, bravo, you made the move. So there you go. That's beautiful. Wow. Thank you, dear. All right. So let me tell you who we've got. And after this, I can't take any more questions. So I have Aaron O'Nugent, Pierrette, Tea Garden Chicken, Gemini Moon, Millie Smith, Charlie, and Leah. And Leah, thank you for the super sticker. That's very kind of you. Yeah. And thank you, everybody, for being here and asking. Yeah. Hi, Juanita. Oops. I got to put up the next one, or we're just going to sit here and wonder what the heck's going on. Oh, wait a minute. We got that one. It's
Aaron says my self-talk. Wait a second. Let me see if I can find it again. You guys just talk so much. Sorry. My self-talk can be shockingly rude or brutal, yet I'd never speak to someone else like that. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Absolutely. We would never talk to people like that. But we're like, oh, I'm so stupid. What's wrong with me? I'm come on.
I'm an idiot. I just,
be nice to yourself. Yeah.
Oh, look, here's Viviani. Hi, Viviani. Ouch.
Yeah.
Esmeralda and Jackie and Viviani, the whole crowd. Yay.
I know. The whole crowd is here. I know. Liz, no, I have yours. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, let me go back, Liz. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see Liz's either.
Liz, could you put it in again, please? I'm sorry. I thought I saw it earlier, but now I can't find it. So put it in. We'll read it. Okay. Okay, Erin.
Oh, good point, Leah. Our body doesn't know we're joking with negative talk. Our spirit doesn't either. And also neither do our guides. Mm-hmm. Mental hygiene, discipline. Stop it.
Yeah. Hygiene. Yeah.
Replace every thought with a thought of love.
Mm-hmm.
Replace those thoughts. And as soon as you catch yourself, replace it with a thought of love. I am a child of the universe. I am beloved. Yes. See?
Wanda agrees.
Well, now we have the squawk of approval.
That's right. So, Erin, I've got for you that you may be disappointed with a recent outcome. If one door closes, you are only being redirected to another one. So if you see things as being negative, because you wanted a different outcome, you've got to turn that around and say something better this way comes. Okay. So make sure that you do that. And I'm getting the High Priestess, which is the subconscious mind. And it says, divine feminine, sacred wisdom, inner knowing, diving deep, illumination, intuition, and be calm. And look she's holding the beautiful, beautiful moon in her hands. So please know that if something doesn't work out the way you thought it was going to work out, something better will replace it.
Aaron, faith. I'm getting trust and faith for you, and I'm seeing a really pretty light. A really pretty light.
Mm.
Oh, okay. It's the light of inspiration. And if you want inspiration, it's all around you. You have to trust that it's there and be open to receiving it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And your homework is to spend an hour every day in mindfulness. I mean, I don't care. It doesn't seem to matter to the masters what you're doing. If it's, washing the dishes or walking down to get the mail or whatever it is you're doing, it doesn't seem to matter. But to spend an hour, which seems like an incredible eternity, in mindfulness, being aware of what's around you and looking at it and recognizing the uniqueness and the treasure that pebble, for example, is, or the branch on that tree, or whatever it is you're experiencing, to be there and just be there and experience it in its unique glory.
Mm.
That's present. What I got. That's your inspiration for July.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Wow.
All right, Pierrette. What does spirit hold for you? No, it's not. What does spirit hold? I call it spirit. Spirit.
Well, and her name is perfect, right? Woo!
Yes. Oh my God, my cards all just went crazy. Wanda, you did that.
So look, the universe has everything for you this July, Pierrette. Because all the cards just fell everywhere.
That's right. It's all in the cards. All in the cards. Wow.
Oh,
wow. That's funny. Just they can't hold on. I can't hold on to them, Pierrette.
See, they're leaping. They're leaping to provide you with inspiration and support. Right. Let's see.
Absolutely.
That was lovely. That was a wonderful moment. That was a really, really wonderful moment. Oh, let's see. What do I? One foot in front of the other, Pierrette. You're just keep doing what you're doing. You are surrounded by a whole bunch of light. Wow. You have, okay, big chills. You have like an army around you of beings of light and masters and guides and just all kinds of people. Well, some of them are not necessarily human people, but yeah, you're just surrounded by beings who are, my God, how do you ever get any sleep? They're always yanking at you. They're always going on about do this, do that. Oh, and don't forget about this. And are you going to write a book? Sit down and write a book. And there's, oh my goodness. Yeah, you're constantly getting messages and you're constantly hearing from them. You have good boundaries and they're getting better. They're getting better about obeying them. And you know what? it's okay to take some time off and just go chill down by the beach and tell them all to like go find somebody else to, you know, to talk to for an hour so I can chill. You need that time. You need that time, girl. So take it for yourself.
Absolutely.
Take it.
Wow. So, first card I get is the Knight of Coins. It says you're so practical, hardworking, responsible, persistent, patient, and so forth. And that's what they're telling us. But the Wheel of Fortune has come to you now, and your fate in the changes and the good luck in your destiny is being met. So I think that's probably what's happening with you. So this has all been just waiting for the time to unfold for this to happen. And look, it makes you the Queen of Cups. Oh my God, it's emotionally connected. You're in the flow. You're intuitive, psychic, and very loving. So there you go, Pierrette. No wonder why you were blown away by what they showed you. And the cards were like, well, we have to pick 3. Oh my goodness, I can't only pick 3.
No, it's all there for you, Pierrette. And just make sure that you take some time for yourself. And she says I'm right about the sleep. Yeah, because they just won't shut up. You know, and cool because they want to teach you and they want to give you information, and that's so cool. But you have your own self to look after, and so that's that part of the message. Look after yourself. Have some fun. You know, go out with your girlfriends and have lunch and maybe 1 or 2 tequilas and just giggle like a mad woman. You know.
Oh, that's so cute, Linda. I love that. Thank
Tequila
you.
Makes me laugh. What can I say?
So Tea Garden Chicken would like to know what is it that she needs to know right now from the Akash. Right. Are you listening too much? Yeah, are you listening too much to the news, Tea Garden Chicken? I get your inner peace is sort of in turmoil and you're frustrated. They want you to attract a higher vibration for yourself and not be sucked in from what's going on in the outside world. The Knight of Swords is asking you to seize the day, focus and be daring and witty. But he's coming in with his sword to cut out all the extraneous stuff for you. And then I get the Hierophant. And of course, the Hierophant is the religious leader, but it can be the spiritual leader. And it could be conforming institutions and so forth. And that's why I think it might be the news, because it's institutions. And it's us believing in or having faith in our institution. So take a break. I think you need to take a bit of a break away from that. And I know I do. So thank you.
I'm getting something related to that, something similar. And it has to do with creating calm within yourself. And the advice from the masters is to calm your inner self and try meditating in whatever form meditation takes for you. I mean, it could mean turning on, like, I don't know, ZZ Top or George Thorogood to the max and just dancing like a mad woman. That works for me. Or ABBA. And just, I know you like ABBA, honey. I know. And or walking or knitting or sewing or gardening, anything that will help you calm your inner self, that will help you see that it is safe to trust and it is safe to have faith. And you won't be able to perceive that until you still yourself and then you'll be open to receiving that information. You have to settle yourself down. Like, I don't know how to say this. You have to I'm getting the wrong words. I'm getting the words wrong. In order to be able to receive, there has to be space in your head. So empty your head, meditate, clear, and yeah. What? Sorry. And have not been meditated. Well, yeah. Okay. So go back to meditating and stay away from the news, stay away from discussion, stay away from people who are going, oh my God, the sky is falling. Because they have a vested interest in making, in fear. Fear is how you control people. Don't fall into the fear. Just don't.
Absolutely.
Still yourself and remain open to the inspiration that's there for you to receive. And you will receive it.
Right.
You will receive it. I mean, it's guaranteed. It's there. So
absolutely.
you'll get
Thank you.
I hope that helps. I hope that helps, Tea Garden Chicken, because I got a glimpse of the kind of turmoil that you're kind of in right now. And no, I don't want that for myself. And I sure hope you don't want it for yourself either. So settle yourself down. Calm your tits. Oh, sorry. Calm yourself. Calm yourself.
Thank you. And I know TV is a fear box. That's very true.
It is.
Last night I found out that every single newspaper and every single media outlet is owned by someone that supports MAGA. And so we can't watch it anymore. We just can't
trust
because
you can't trust any of them. Yeah.
No, very true.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people have cut back on it. I do realize that, but it sort of lingers in the air, and that's where we have to say, wait a minute, get out of here.
Yeah. And it's hard to get. It's really sticky energy. It's really hard to clear yourself from that energy. So you might want to think this is not just Rossi. If Rossi says I'm feisty every day, Rossi. No, I'm just kidding. The other thing is that it's very sticky energy. That energy that we're talking about that makes you just all get all frantic and everything. It's very sticky, and so I might suggest that those wonderful chakra meditations that clear your chakras, chakra, whatever. Those are actually very helpful. I find them very helpful. Share that with you. It may help you, it may not, but I find them helpful. So Annie Bear, I don't watch the news either. Although I am a sucker for Reddit's "Am I the A-hole?"
All right. So Gemini Moon, the first thing I get for you is you get the Temperance card, which is lack of perspective. And what that means is you are kind of impatient about wanting to know exactly about your move. And you want to know right now. You don't want to know in 2 weeks. You want to know right now, is this going to be the best thing for me to do? And it's saying you might have to back off that need to know right now, because the universe works in a very interesting time, its own time. It's not our time. But saying that, it says that you are going to have a change in direction at the new moon. So we just had the last new moon. So I'm going to say that it's probably sometime in August that you will be able to understand, when the new cycle comes up, that you'll have the germination, you'll have the seed in order to move forward. So don't give up, just give it a little bit of time. And it says here, the King of Cups says you need to become more emotionally balanced, heart-centered. You are highly intuitive, don't forget that, and you should be able to get a feeling yourself whether or not you will be moving. But it looks to me like it could happen. It could happen. Something's going to happen at the new moon, whether that's your decision or not. It doesn't mean you're moving then, but what it means is you're going to know if it's a good idea or not. Thank you.
Yeah. This is the wrong kind of question. Sorry. I don't mean this the way it sounds. Okay, Gemini Moon, give me a second here. This is the kind of question that the Akashic Records masters are not great at answering, because they're going to say, I don't care. Move, don't move.
True. They only care about spirit.
Yeah, they only care about spirit. You know, what job you have or where you live, they don't care. It's up to you. We have free will, and they're you know, they may or may not, depending on who it is and how they feel about life and the universe at any given moment, they may or may not say you'll be happier here than you are. But most likely, because this has happened to me, most likely what they'll say is, we need you here. Like Dr. Gale moving from Mount Shasta to North Carolina or South Carolina, wherever, and moving like across the country, okay, because she was guided to do that. So if it's a question of something you want to do, go ahead, you have free will.
Right.
If it's a question of where does spirit want you to be, well, that's a whole different kettle of fish.
It is. Yeah.
You know, may I suggest that every 2 weeks, you guys have a show, Val and Aley have a show about sweet spots and spirit gifts, right?
Yeah. Yep, we do. Yep.
And Frank Zappa, exactly. Wherever you go, there you are. Yeah. And and may I suggest that you figure out, I don't know when the next show is. Is it next Monday or Wednesday? Is it this coming week or is it next week? I never keep track.
I believe. Oh, it's not tomorrow. So it's next week.
It's the following Tuesday. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay. So it's Tuesday. So may I suggest that you bring, like, because I can't answer it.
I understand. I understand.
You know, I can't. And not with the Akash
and records. From my cards, the other thing I can suggest is when the new moon comes next time, set your intentions so that you know by the full moon.
Yes. Excellent point. So that you'll know by the full moon. Yes. That's a lovely suggestion. I love it. It's perfect. Exactly. Hi, Millie.
And yes, Terry Suzuki says the same thing, that spirit guides and the Akashic masters, they don't care about earth stuff.
Yeah, they don't care about your job. You know, they don't care about whether you get a promotion. They don't care about any of that. So unless it suits their purpose to promote spirit, okay? Unless it suits their purpose, don't even ask. I'm sorry, it's the truth. I won't lie to you. It's don't bother. I can't answer it. The masters just won't. Yes, Aaron.
All right, Millie, I get the world for you, but I get it inverted. And so what it's saying is something that you're experiencing right now is delayed. So there's something that, you know, it reminds me of what's going on with my kitchen is not being fixed. And the guy that's supposed to come fix it, he's delayed because his wife just had a baby. So it's like, I have no control over it. So completion can't happen, you know, but I have to just say, okay, well, spirit will take care of it when it's time to take care of it. What can I do, you know? So it says there is no taking shortcuts for you or for me at this point. So the next one is the Lovers, and it says to remain open to love and harmony and connections. And so what I believe that it's saying is that this is going to change for you within a certain period of time, and you're going to feel a lot more connected to what it is that has been delayed. The last card I get is Two of Swords, which is considering options. And so again, it's going back to that idea that we cannot tell when something will happen. We can only let spirit allow it to happen in right time. That's what I get.
Yeah, I'm getting that you're kind of at a standstill And okay, this is psychic. This isn't the Akashic Masters. This is I'm getting that you're standing. I see an image of you standing somewhere and looking left and looking right and looking ahead and just sort of going, what do I do now? Because you don't perceive any of the available choices as being what you want. Or leading in the direction you want to go. So I agree with Aley. It's time. It's time that will. It's time and trust. Time and trust are the words I'm being given. That you will. And here's another instance where setting an intention at the new moon, which is over now, just so you know, the setting an intention at the next new moon, so next month, will bring something to you by the following full moon, which will be in the middle of August sometime. I don't carry that information in my head. I don't know. But check when the next new moon is and do yourself a little ritual to set your intention. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but just a little something to just sit and say, maybe, I don't know, maybe have some crystals or something there, I don't know, around you, and just say, this is my intention. Sit under the full moon or the new moon and just say, and this is my intention. I set my intention. This is what I want to harvest at the full moon is a decision or an indication or a something or other. And like, you don't have to get all fancy with it, right? Because spirit doesn't need the dressing up. You just have to be able to focus. That's the important part.
Whatever you do will be the right thing to do. That's right.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I hope that helps, Millie.
Perfect. Me too, Millie. All right, so we have Charlie, then Leah, and Liz and Awe. Okay, and then we are heading out. But we'll start with this. Charlie, any past life in Greece? All right.
So, Charlie, I see you standing on a rocky hillside with a bunch of goats. And you're, I mean, that sounds like paradise to me, okay? But you're, and it is ancient Greece because you're in robes and sandals, or a short tunic, actually. Because I'm seeing you fairly young, like a young boy, like maybe 10, and that's your job. You're herding the goats. You live in a small village. Your mother died. And your father harvests olives and makes olive oil, and you have land, but you're not survival farmers. You're whatever the word is. I'm sorry, I'm bad at wording when I'm in the zone. What you farm is what you eat. So you have goats for milk and cheese. You have olives for your oil. You have the baby goats for meat occasionally, and everything else you trade for it. Coin in this village. This is fairly remote. In this village, coin is like actual hard cash is very rare. Everybody trades with everybody else for what they need. It's a nice life. And there are wars, but they're far away. and nobody's coming around to like say, you young man, you're coming with us because you're way too young. And and it's a nice life. It's a really nice life. I don't see any I mean, there's the usual sort of, getting sick and people dying and the kind of stuff that happens in every life. There's sorrow and there's pain, but it's overall a really nice life. Yeah, that's what I got
get the
for you,
same
Charlie.
thing. I do. I get the 10 of Cups. It says you had a storybook life, that you had a good relationship with people, that you were stable, and it's almost what you described sounds sort of idyllic in some ways, because of course Greece is so beautiful, but it said you had a peaceful and loving life. And yes, of course there's always bad things that happen, but wow.
Yeah.
That's really wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful life. Very calm and very productive and very connected to your community, connected to the world around you. And olives and cheese every day. Yes, please.
No, it was very or Greek salad.
Yeah, there was no starvation. There was no famine in that lifetime that you experienced. Everybody in that village, everybody that you knew had what they needed. It was a lovely life.
Wonderful. All right. So Leah, are you here, honey? It's nice to hi Diana. Hi Laura.
Hi Diana.
We are on our second hour and we are working our way out of here. Leah, I don't see you, but I'm going to go to Liz's question since she came in, and if Leah ends up being here, I'll come back. Yeah, I don't know. I've asked for.
Do I have to break out the white courtesy phone for Leah?
Oh, Leah, she's here. All right, we'll do you next, Leah.
Okay. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. So independent, Laura. Well, you're here. It's about self-reliance, Liz. It's about self-reliance, and it's about using your inner self to connect with spirit rather than with another person, so that you're not dependent on another person, so that you can develop your own inner being, your own self, without relying on someone else to do the hard stuff for you, or to I'm not suggesting that you're, this is just what I'm getting. Okay, so take it or leave it. You were, that was part of your soul contract, is that first of all, the loneliness is meant to make you, or is meant to make you, okay, fine, make you reach inside yourself to find what you need and provide it for yourself, and become more self-reliant and develop those parts of yourself that you would that you would normally seek outside. Okay, this whole Jungian thing of animus anima, that whole thing, that all falls into this. They're giving me way too much information way too fast. Okay, it's to make you look within yourself for what you need.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So she says that she's not lonely. She's very independent. Well, that's exactly what Linda was saying, though, that this is what you chose. And I get here that you embody the high priestess, and the high priestess is one that walks the bridge between worlds. It could be the world of nature and the world of, or the spiritual and the physical. It says you have sacred wisdom, inner knowing, and you have been able to embody those things. And there's parts of the high priestess that are unknown to others, but because you walked it, you lived it, you are it, you embody it. So that's
wonderful.
It is.
The other thing is that I said loneliness, but perhaps a better word would have been aloneness. Okay, without the emotional load that the word loneliness carries. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
People that feel comfortable being alone are not the same as people that are lonely. So that makes a complete sense. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
what galaxy
that's wonderful.
What galaxy are goats from?
I
don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I love goats. Okay.
Capricorn. That's a goat, right? So it must be.
It is. It is. I love goats.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
All right. So
Liz.
Leah wonders who are her red dirt people? Who are her red dirt people?
I saw that when you wrote it, Leah, and I thought, whoa. I don't know. As a Canadian, somebody says red dirt, and I think Prince Edward Island. So I'm sure that has.
And here I think of New Mexico. So,
well,
yeah, a lot of red dirt.
Yeah, red dirt people. Yeah. I'm not getting anything on that. I'm not getting anything on that.
Well, I have something very interesting on it.
Okay, good. You go. Yeah. You go, girl.
Well, I get that she's an alchemist. So as far as red dirt goes, you create the red dirt. So you're talking about Utah, you're talking about but the red dirt, there's something spiritual about it. And there are people, there's actually a guy, Mike Rowe, he found red dirt. Was it on Hawaii or something? He made shirts of red dirt. He made shirts out of red dirt. And that's what it was like an alchemical reaction to what it is. And here it says that you create that. And then it says, congratulations that you were the one successful in creating that red dirt mindset, the power in it. So perhaps you were the one that was instrumental in knowing about it and letting other people know about it. I don't know. Yeah. Tie-dyed with dirt. Absolutely. Yep.
So, hi, Teresa. Hi, hugger greeter.
Yeah.
So after I said that about Prince Edward Island, I just sort of had an image of a shaman. And I don't know if this was Prince Edward Island or not, because, but a shaman for a group of people, a group of indigenous North Americans who live in the red dirt. Only it's not desert dirt. It's like there's like nice trees and good hunting and good planting. I see the Three Sisters, and it is red dirt. And this is pre-Columbus. Okay, so before 1490, they don't know anything about any white people. They've never even heard rumors about it. So this is like well before 1492. Yeah. So I don't know. Is that your red dirt people? Yeah, it could be. It could be, but
she could have been Lemurian. Yeah. There's also red dirt in Georgia. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. But this, I don't get a sense of exactly where it is, except North America. And there's vegetation. Okay. So it's not New Mexico or Arizona. There's like green, like leafy green, not gray green, leafy green and fertile. Yeah, that's what I got.
But it's very possible. It's very possible that you were a leader in either Lemuria or or early Native American person. Yeah. Yes, there is red dirt in Africa as well.
Yeah, but this wasn't. These were not Africans. These were indigenous North Americans.
Or Maoris. Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you, everybody.
You guys are awesome
here today.
Lots of great questions. Thank you so much for showing up and sharing your questions with us, because that's always fun. It's always
It
fun.
is always fun. It is. I enjoyed my time with you, Linda and Wanda, and thank you so much. And thanks to everybody in the chat, all our wonderful moderators and subscribers, and have a beautiful day. Thank you, Linda.
Love you all.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.